allow me to pick. I had to pick somebody, right? And what I was going to do was a coin flip. But they would say, no, you can't do that because it's going to, ruin your reputation. And when you have a guy like, Michael Chandler and a guy like Charles Olivera is so good. He is pretty much, I feel, on the roster, probably a complete mixed martial artist, close to myself. Reason why is because I would even put him above John Jones right now. I'm explaining why. Because he forces the fight, meaning that he's willing to step into fire in order to get a reaction. And when he was clinch with Michael Chandler would run, and you can see him measuring and analyzing what he's going to do. And then let's talk about the ground game. The ground game of Charles Olivera is through the roof. He would get Michael Chandler's back, do the body triangle, and basically hold the position there. Always working for the choke. I'm shocked that Charles Olivera never went to a triangle armbar or an armbar from the back, but that's a very risky move. But he was able to analyze that he was a better grappler than Michael Chandler and take the fight there. Now let's talk about the feet. One of the things that Charles Olivera does very well, if you guys go back and watch the first time they fought, when I broke it down, is that Charles Olivera walked to the edge of the void, go inside the void, and watch Chandler do what he's going to do. And then when Chandler runs away, that's when he would land that right hand. And so you saw a couple times Chandler would go 1-2 and run out. And that's when Charles Olivera would hit him with the right hand. Instead of saying 1-2, I'm in here, I'm going to wrestle, try to pass your guard. We never saw Chandler initiate a takedown from 1-2 takedown and posture up and look to pass his guard. And that was one of the things I think that could have helped Chandler out. And Chandler was using his fighting experience by not going from 12 to 35. He was going for more 6, 7, and staying at that 6 to 7. And then one of the rounds, you see him come. You hear the commentator say he went back to his corner and goes, "Hey, give me a combination. Give me a combination that's going to work." That's probably because Chandler was having a hard time finding that range and finding that sweet spot in the fight where he needs to be to land that beautiful left hook or the right hand. Another thing Charles Olivera did very well was use the teep, which was keeping Michael Chandler at bay. And you saw in the later rounds, he was doing that teep to Michael Chandler's front of his leg, trying to blow out the MCL, just disrupt the knee or the integrity of the knee. But that fight was dope. I had Michael Chandler win that fight, but I also felt that Charles Olivera could win that fight because he won the first one. Like, if I had to model my kids at any of the fighters right now, it wouldn't be John Jones. It would be Charles Olivera. Reason why is because he can fight everywhere. He can fight in the clinch, he can fight in the feet, and he can fight on the ground, and he attacks when he's on the ground, and he's able to push the pace. Like, for how long he's been in the UFC, he keeps on getting better, and I feel like this is probably the peak performance of Charles Olivera. Obviously, when he's fighting Islam Makhachev, that's probably peak to peak. So I think he's going to fight the next fighter of Arman taking on Islam Makhachev.